WIM Speechcraft. WIM is the name of our club and the name of this building, the Women's Institute of Management. The Speechcraft is an event that we as a Toastmasters club, we organize to help underprivileged kids or anyone who is in need of a little bit of education on public speaking. So ladies and gentlemen, today one of my topics that I gave Shailendra to choose was about Speechcraft. This Speechcraft that WIM organized happened 2 weekends ago, and it was a very exciting event because I went. I'm sure Mr. Chan, Dr. Sim, Gerard, Paul Tan, and who else was there? Dr. Sharon. Everybody went on Saturday. There was one Saturday and one Sunday that we did the Speechcraft event. Happened earlier this September. So now today I'm going to tell you how the event went when I attended it on Sunday, and what happened and what I saw and how I felt about the Speechcraft event. So ladies and gentlemen, I went there on Sunday. Gerard was there that day. He was helping out to moderate the event. The Speechcraft event is like a typical Toastmasters meeting, except that it happens the whole day. Like literally from morning to evening, people will be doing speeches and more speeches. And the people who are joining Speechcraft, those who are chosen to be participants in the Speechcraft, are children. Children from many homes, children without parents, children who are in need of some support and encouragement because they are from marginalized families, for instance. So I was very happy to be part of that event, and I had a grand time. Let me share with you what I learned. So we went and I met, like I said, Gerard, Paul Tan was there. We all helped out by being sort of mentors to the kids. So we would sit in the crowd among the whole, it was like a classroom situation. Gerard would give an explanation of what it was about. This is the tips for speaking in public. This is what you need to do to introduce someone. Like little slides of information that all the kids learn. And then the kids would have to write their own speeches and come up here and give. And all of us would sit around and help the kids. Yes, this is a good idea. No, this is not a good idea. Why don't you practice? So we were all like in a classroom. It was like an English lesson. And I love English lessons. My favorite subject in school was English. And I eventually turned out to be an English teacher. That's why English classes are my favorite thing. So there I was in the Speechcraft. And then I met the kids there. They were very diverse. They were from Myanmar. Some of them were local Malaysians, Indian girls, Chinese boys and girls, and Malay boys and girls. But the Myanmar kids were very interesting. I have to share with you one story which was very funny. I think it's adorably funny. It's not really relevant, but it's okay, I'll tell you about it. This little kid, this girl, made friends with her. Her name was Ching Ching. When it was time for lunch, I was hungry, I was ravenous. We were all dying to eat. The smell was coming. It was nice chicken biryani smell from the side. We all got our little packets of rice, biryani chicken rice. And I opened it and I started stuffing my face with that rice. And suddenly Ching Ching tells me, Miss Malizah, this rice is not cooked. When I was looking, and I took a double take and I looked at my rice. I'm like, what? I've been eating what? So then I was eating this uncooked rice apparently, which tasted pretty good actually. I had no problems with that biryani. And this little kid from Myanmar, who's supposed to be here to be helped by us, excuse my politically incorrectness, but I'm just going to say it out straight. This little girl said, this rice is not good enough for me. True story. So I had no idea. Being in customer service, I was very, very hospitable. Since, we are Malaysians, we're very warm people. So I go and say, okay, let's see if I can change it. Out of the many thousands of packets there, which are all similar, uncooked rice, I took that from her and I brought it over and told the uncle, "Uncle, your rice not cooked. The Myanmar girl got it." Took the rice and I gave it back and gave her another packet of uncooked rice. And then in the end I said, "Okay, it's all right. You know what? This is the way we make it in Malaysia. This is the way we eat rice, biryani chicken rice in Malaysia." Paul Tan was enjoying the rice too. Nothing was coming out from his mouth as he was eating the rice. We were all very grateful for that, the food that we were given, except for this sweet little girl there. Didn't know how to appreciate uncooked rice. But it's okay. That's just a small thing. I mean, in everybody's situation, there's gonna be some idiot who doesn't know what's happening. So what happened? You know, the children who turned out, they're amazing people. They came up and shared messages, because these kids all have to give their own speeches. So they gave many speeches, and from those speeches, they gave many messages that were so deep and heartwarming. They came up here and spoke about mobile phones. They knew a lot about mobile phones, things I had no idea. I can't even remember the terms. They talked about having lots of money, what they would do with their money. And most importantly, they talked about their family and mother's love and family love and belonging to a family. They talked about not having families, even some of them. Right? Am I right? Yeah. And this showed me that there's still hope in our young generation. And if you give a little bit of encouragement and support to people who are appreciative of it, never mind the biryani rice, not appreciative, never mind. But people who want to learn and who are inspiring in their own way. These kids inspired me that day. And so I'm glad that I went to Speechcraft. And if you have the feeling of wanting to be part of a WIM Toastmaster Speechcraft, please come and get to know me later. And I will share information with you how you can volunteer to be a Speechcraft mentor, which is very easy.